right, good morning. There's the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. This video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's get started. There's the cues. The 5MA is right around 624. Going to be right around here where it looks like we're currently at, or about where we're going to open at. The line, this is still the area to get past this blue zone here. 626 to 627.50 about. But that's the zone we need to get past. That 1 minute candle spike yesterday, that was nonsense. But okay. Yeah. If we get past that, then the target today is 632. A little above 632. So up here would be the target if we can get past this zone. It being a January option expiration date, I actually don't expect much. I would expect us to stay within this zone here and just be flat. I wouldn't be surprised to see us shoot down into 620. I don't know, wherever the options are going to line up today. But most option expiry days, you'll get a spike or drop and then a recovery back to neutral. So that's kind of what I expect. I would expect a spike up into here into 627 range, get people all excited again, and then drop back into here. But the market does what the market does. It could absolutely run if it wants to. I'm just not really expecting that on a Friday. All right, let's look at a few stocks. I'll stay here in uranium since this had some big runners. UEC has one that's been running a lot lately. And that, here's your uranium. Yeah, that just made a new high. So a pullback, as long as it stays above 1622, this is still bullish and squeezing up into a big wave 3 of 3. This should fly. I mean, uranium this should all be taking off. Let's look at the little guy, LITM. He's trying to get up off the mat. Looking fine to get up off the mat. Here's the other big runner, UUU. Now, UEC just made a new all-time high. UUU has not yet. So I would see how we're against resistance here. And then support is going to be here at 1971. So there's your range. We stay above 1971 and we can blast through this. But ultimately higher is where I predict this to go. And see all these lines down here? This was my buy and trade zone down here in the 5s. Now I just sit and watch. Sell upside calls. All right, let's look at the hypers. Again, I fully expect these to make new all-time highs. I don't know if it'll do it this run, but I'm invested for it to, if it does. And by this run, I mean, I think we have a run coming here in the markets. And for at least a few weeks, I think. We'll see. But like I said, I'm bullish January until the end of January. And these all, I mean, here you're hitting resistance. This is SMR. So yeah, this could drop again down to 1813. Maybe it holds at 1850, but that's fine. These stocks, nuclear stocks like this dropping, I'm fine with that. I'll just buy more. Let's look at retail. Retail Abercrombie, as I said yesterday, that got a bid. I expect it to at least come up here, I don't know, 118 before it drops again, if it's going to drop again. But yeah, I mean, before it might make a new high. This might be the 98, might be the bottom of that correction. Gap, it cannot hold that breakout line. I have long dated options on this waiting for it to go. AEO, another strong day. Now these are my three, well, UA is probably my largest holding actually. But these are my three top holdings here. And they all had good days. Under Armour should be okay. Maybe another drop here. The way this is going, I wouldn't mind another drop. As long as we hold above 5 or so. 490. Pumc. This is Puma clothing. Pumc looks fine here. We're just hanging out. Just hanging out in this range. This 50 is turning up, so I think Pumc in here is this is my buy zone in here. I'm fine buying this. Now it can drop and close this gap at 192 if it wants. I guess there's one down here at 181. Again, I'm a buyer in this zone here. As long as we stay above 171, I'm a buyer in this. All right, let's look at some of the new tech. This airship that I had, that really took off the other day. I didn't buy nearly as much as that as I thought I had when I went looking. And that's going again. Geez, yeah, up 8% pre-market. Boy, I can pick them. I just didn't buy enough. And that one looks good to go. Still. Yeah, I expect it to hit this downward trend line of around 480. Let's look at Triple D. This is another one that I'm heavily into, just because the weekly chart on this. Where is it? Come on. There. See, that's the low, and that has held so far. So what we're looking at possibly is just a correction of this huge move. As long as we stay above 125, this is just correcting this move up. So if that holds true and we start breaking some of these trend lines, we should make a higher high than this 97. And so it's sitting at 260. The stop is 125. That's quite a big risk reward for me. And so, yep, I think this is just playing around down here. This is kind of like Poomsy. This is just finding a bottom. I think it found it, and I think it's going to try to attack this trend line here at 330. Then we'll see where this wants to go. Do we drop again, or do we actually start breaking out of this? Okay. Space, that is clearly a sector that is hot right now. This is ASTS. This is gonna fly. I'll show you how. You can call this a cup and handle. Make whatever you want of it. This is a big run, a correction, testing the top, pull back, and then break out. And here, look at your trend line for this. We'll even go back here because that's your 3. Yeah, it shows better up here. I'll do what I should have done the first time. I'll just put it here. Because that shows how this move right here from the bottom is about to break out. This hasn't broken out yet. It's about to. Once this RSI gets over this line, then this is breaking out. And I think that's about to happen. And then we get into these fun targets, 190, 136. So yeah, that's definitely a place to be. That's going to have your PLs, your Planet Labs. See this? That's what I expect this to do. See how far extended that is over this consolidation and breakout? That's what I expect that to look like. This is another similar one, Rocket Lab. That's right in the same boat. BBAI, they announced future stock dilution yesterday. I don't know if you knew that. That doesn't mean anything necessarily now because I have a hunch that they spike this and then start diluting the stock. Just a hunch. Iron still, this is still squeezing here. As long as we stay above the 5MA and in between the 5MA and the upper Bollinger, this is bullish to go up. Now, if we go to the hourly, this looks like we could get a drop down here into the 47.50 range. Again, I'm fine with that. Or we could hold right here and pop because we're on the bottom end of this squeeze here. So iron can continue to push or drop. Either way, I'm bullish on iron. All right, let's look at qubits. It had a down day yesterday, but again, I'm expecting up. We'll see if we break this. This is the Bollingers are pinching here. Why am I suddenly not as bullish on this? That looks fine. Yeah, that looks fine to go up. I don't know what my issue is while I'm talking myself out of this. That's fine to go up. We're above the mid. We're pinching. Yep. We should be fine to go up. It's probably just going to meander in here. There's no clear clear sign of anything here with this yet. All right, let's go back to the cues to close out. Again, I don't expect any miraculous moves today, but we'll see. The markets can always surprise me. The low today would be to down here, yep, down here, 617.50. That's your low. With the high of 632, 633, but there we go. We just gotta. Well, I won't say just gotta, but I'd like to stay above 624, close above 624 today. All right. There we go. Be safe, be wise, and as always, good luck.